I'm down on your boy Ant-Man. He is Cant-Man.
Now, back to Steiny and Guru on 95.7 The Game.
All right, it's time for the crossover. We welcome in Mark Willard and Dan Dibley. And before we get started, I just want to let everybody know that Kyle Shanahan is supposed to speak at 2 o'clock today.
Possibly.
So if that's the case,
possibly,
we will go right to it. And just like that, the crossover will be gone.
Yeah.
Today.
Well, we're all excited about the draft tonight at 8 p.m.
You'll stick around for your patented, you're listening to Kyle Shanahan and his press conference on 95.7 The Game.
No.
I mean, you could.
It's a thing, Steiny.
We actually were already negotiating. I mean, that has been the thing to do all summer long.
And what was that, Mark?
It's a negotiation sensation.
Thank
and
you.
so, and it happened in a place where usually you don't want to negotiate now. It's known as the bathroom. But Steiny said, like, you know what's happening if Kyle's on time. And I said, I'm fully aware of what's happening, but you do understand.
Oh, you guys talked in the restroom?
You
know what that is, right?
You did. But it was at the sink.
It was it was not a urination sensation.
No, it was at the sink.
We only have one urinal in there, so it couldn't have been a side-by-side.
I said, if you do leave at 2, you understand that means 2:22 tomorrow.
And I said,
I'm holding my.
I would have made that deal all summer.
You're a golfer, so
without taking heat.
You know the carryover. We're going to carry those 10 minutes over to tomorrow.
That's fine.
If it happens that way.
I look forward to hearing that.
But Kyle might also be late.
We've been having some fun because I'm excited about the 95.7 The Game.
I'm so excited.
Fantasy draft at 8. We've had people call in. You're the champ. You beat Steiny.
I am.
And you got mad at people for calling themselves the Super Bowl champ of their league. You're the champ. Do you have any problem with it? I think that comes with the territory, so congrats.
I got mad at someone?
No, Steiny did.
Steiny.
Some people have been called. He's been in a
I heard that caller.
nasty mood about fantasy. I don't know if I'm going to
The caller said, I've won 4 Super Bowls in my fantasy league, and Steiny rightfully said,
not a Super Bowl.
You've not won the Super Bowl. What you've won is a make-believe money league with 11 other nobodies. That's what you've won. You've not won the Super Bowl.
Why are you not allowed to call it whatever the hell you want?
Because it's not the Super Bowl.
It's not.
Oh boy,
it's not the Super Bowl.
But wait,
it's not.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
So you're one of these guys too?
The Super Bowl.
He called it the Super Bowl.
A Super Bowl.
Yes.
There isn't a Super Bowl.
What do you want to?
No, there is only one. You can't have
the original Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl of Dorito chips. No, it doesn't work.
The NFL literally used to not have a Super Bowl. And then they changed it to the Super Bowl, and now it's the Super Bowl.
Do me a favor.
No, I won't. I won't.
Well,
it's competition time.
You're the champ.
Here we go again.
Yeah, this is what happens when you take an L, apparently.
Guys.
You would not have if you won that game, you would not have a problem with it.
And
Yes,
that's
he
what
would.
I said.
Yes, he would.
There you go.
You know,
there we go.
What did you win last year? What did you win?
How much?
Cash.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
but what was the name of the league?
The 95.7,
the lame.
Thank you.
95.7,
Right.
the lame.
You won the
I
95.7
hate
The
that
Lame. I do too. And it's
Why are we laughing at ourselves?
It's because Lucas is filled with Schadenfreude, which you can Google it. It's basically self-hatred, and it's his own self-hatred that leads us to have our league being called 95.7 The Lame. So you were the lamest of the lame. Congrats.
Fine. King of lame. I've been called
King of Lame. Shout out Sting.
I got no issue with it whatsoever, although I will say this. Fine line between trash talk and anger. And this league does have a little problem. We're supposed to be having fun here.
Oh, it's really fun.
Last year, we were 13 seconds into the draft, and people were pissed at each other.
What happened, Willard?
People.
This man right here had to pause the draft.
Yeah, and Lucas
Put my name on it.
Lucas is
Say it with
freaking
your
out.
chest.
You're over here
He's
like
excited you early.
I mean, like, just chill. I will forever tell the same story from my high school draft. This stuck with me forever because he was the greatest commissioner I've ever played with. Everybody's doing their stupid draft day anger thing and screaming at each other.
No, some guy he makes.
No, it's not. His name's Mike. He lives in Georgia.
He's not a commissioner.
Yes, he was. He was the commissioner of our league, and we were at the Tilted Kilt in San Diego in the gas lamp, and everyone's yelling at each other because you're taking too long. I'm taking too long to make your picks. And he stood up and he said, "Listen, we're at the Tilted Kilt in San Diego. Do all of you have somewhere better to be than this?
That's my type of guy.
You're all with your best friends,
right?
Eating nachos and drinking beer.
I want to meet him, Willard.
Shut up, and this takes as long. Well, let's stretch this out as long as possible.
That's what I need.
That league is not this league.
That's my commissioner.
I like
that league is not this league. This league is 12. Last year, 14 people in 14 different locations.
Backstabbing.
And we all have things to do. And if somebody needs to take a timeout, then go ahead and take a timeout.
I'm going to say this about our league. I'm going to say I got to go.
You know what? If you got things to do, then do them. Shut your home.
You shouldn't be able to talk about the league until you pay.
Hey, stop.
Willard, he's the only one who hasn't paid.
Willard, don't laugh.
Wow. He's the only one
in the day
that hasn't paid.
The fact that Bonte and Shasky aren't in our league, I'm the only one that'll call them out. It's sad.
You know what it is?
It is the lame league.
Why is that?
They say they're in too many. But how are you not in the one you work at?
I'll tell you why.
You're in the one you work at.
Do you want to know why?
Cancel the other ones.
Are you ready for the real answer?
That hurts me. Those are my guys.
Because
that hurts me, man.
You know what? They don't want to be laid threadbare over, a league with your peers where, I didn't make the playoffs.
Goes, I got 6 leagues. I said, so do I. This is my favorite.
Exactly. And you know what?
Point, then just be in 7. What the hell's the difference if you're going to do that?
But Steiny won't come down their road, though. He'll come down mine.
You know why he won't?
San Diego.
Chicken. You ought to be ashamed.
Please.
Seriously.
In my business.
Seriously.
I'm in one league. I can't do more than one league. I don't want to look at Breece Hall and think, man, I got Breece Hall in 2 leagues, but I'm going against him in 3. How do I feel? I want to feel how I feel about Breece Hall and David Njoku and all the rest of the players out there.
I love it. I'll tell you what.
Hawkinson's on
are
the
you
top
guys
and
on
all the rest of
Survivor?
it.
Because that's my dessert. Steiny, it's where you pick a different team. That's the rule each. That is awesome, too.
Not only
it's
am I...
growing.
No,
Did you try to get in that game without paying?
This year.
I'm really coming over there.
Wow. I want to see it one time. You talk a lot about
Tyson's face.
And the picture that we put on YouTube with you and your fist in his face.
He's never been in a fight ever.
No, he's not. He's never. Yeah. I'm 13-4-2 in my life.
Well, the potato.
Not counting road range.
That at all.
He meant 13-4.
You
think I haven't been in 19 fights?
I think you've been in 19 fights. I think you've taken more than 4 L's.
You know what's funny, Mark, is the reason why I'm 13-4-2 is because I know which fights to pick.
Look at
You don't see me going at the goo, do you?
Didn't somebody throw a potato at you one time?
He lost that. That's a L. That's a potato at me.
Actually,
Montgomery Ward's.
No, it was actually the Oakland Tribune building in downtown Oakland during the pandemic.
My bad.
And they were gender neutral. I didn't ask their pronouns, but I would imagine it was they, them.
So what? What's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with the pronouns. What's wrong is I got hit by a potato. That doesn't count as one of my losses.
Oh, that's an L. You get hit by a potato, that's an L.
That is an L in my book.
It goes down as a draw. That one counts as a draw. Jeff Ferreira and I fought 5 times. Shout out my best friend Jeff Ferreira. And I think I was 2-1-2 against him.
Who's the judge here? That's what I'm questioning.
One time
You're the only judge.
Well,
that's why you got a job as a ref. You like to run around.
One time it was his big brother
where nobody can talk back.
We're playing living room wiffle ball in his little living room in Petaluma, and his parents were never around, and so there was a call that didn't go somebody's way, and so now we're fighting. I mean, we're throwing hands, and he's bleeding, and I'm bleeding, and his older brother walks in and puts a chair down, and we both stop and we look at him, Jimmy Ferreira, the great Jimmy Ferreira, and he goes, "What's wrong? What are you doing?" "Keep fighting. I'm here for it." And then we both were like,
"That's it."
Yeah, yeah, okay.
He made popcorn.
He actually did microwavable popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wish we would have had a live draft where we all got together.
That'd be amazing. They're really hard to do. It's just really hard. It's hard to get everybody to show up.
You know what I mean? The softball game.
We could have done it at the Summit. Like, 6 o'clock at the Summit. We all could have showed up at Fremont Bank.
Sit out of this. Every time I get happy, he gets
why did we do that?
Because that is perfect.
Although, that's perfect if Bonte and Joe were in it.
Oh, you're right.
But they're not. And so it's
they
not
can
perfect.
go about their business, and we're bringing Ken and Grandy
But Grandy and Lucas need, Grandy's going to be back here at the studio. Yeah. He's a key piece to this
whole thing. We had to do it on this side.
I'm not going to cater to Bonte and Joe.
Grandy's the one.
He just called you a key piece.
He is. He's a key piece to this whole thing.
You're only saying that because he's working with you for the next 2 days.
No, I'm saying that because he was the one who had to get out my way so I could get in the playoffs and win some money last year.
Yeah, that's true.
The one issue, of course, is we couldn't have the draft on a Thursday You're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ, FM and HD1 San Francisco. Always live on the free Odyssey app, Twitch and YouTube. Powered by First NorCal Credit Union. Kyle Shanahan coming to the podium momentarily.
I really appreciate Guru looking at the look on my face and understanding that I didn't get the joke.
I didn't get it either. I forgot.
The joke went flying over my head. I'm like, what does a Thursday have to do with it?
People tend to say when I'm
out, it's a 5, but because it was so inside, it's downgraded to a 4.
I'm like, I don't get the joke.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I look forward to hearing from Kyle, but
we are.
Even more than that, John Lynch at 245, because if Brandon Ayuk is practicing at 3, does John Lynch come out at 245 and say, before any of your questions, here's the update on Brandon Ayuk?
Wow.
And then he says one of two things. Brandon and we've agreed to a contract and details are forthcoming, but Brandon's getting an extension. Or Brandon's going to play on that 5th-year option. John's going to say something before the questions come in and before practice that I think is definitive about where we are.
Really?
I think John Lynch is going to say no update.
That's what I think.
And I think he's going to say nothing about what Brandon's about to go do because he doesn't actually know. Just because Brandon says I'm about to go practice, y'all see what happened in Cincinnati today? Jamar Chase went down to practice last week, and he practiced, and that was supposed to be happening. And today, we're not practicing anymore. Now suddenly we're there in a Nike shirt and shorts.
Different situation.
Shout out Keek the Sneak.
Actually,
he's a year away from being in Brandon's boat.
But a less controversial situation, a less stressful situation, and he turned it around and is now driving the car the other way again. If I'm a GM, I'm not making any public predictions about what my diva wide receivers are about to do. I'm not doing that.
And you really may not know.
Yeah, well, unless they have agreed.
Exactly.
And Brandon.
But then if they've agreed, then I would imagine that Rap Sheet's going to be ahead.
Oh, my God. You would want to get that out there.
Yeah, like that's going to get out.
We fixed it.
I just don't know why he would practice. I don't know why he would practice if he's not going to be done and dusted.
Because of what I've told you the whole time. He's got to play.
Yeah, but it's only Wednesday, and we're still 12 days away from game week.
That's fair, but he has to play if this thing is not figured out. That is an idle threat, if you ask me. I'm not playing on the 5th-year option. Oh, yeah, you are. Oh, yes, you are.
But Willard, it's on the board. He could pull that and be at home.
Sure. Do you like losing $1 million a week?
I'm not saying that.
Trent's lost $5 million, and Trent's not practicing.
That's Trent.
Yeah.
Trent's got houses. Brandon's got apartments. No.
And a girl and a brother in his ear.
No way. No, I defy him. I would be shocked if Brandon Ayuk decided to just sit out and watch $900K a week fly out the window. That would be absurd. So, anyway.
We're waiting on Kyle Shanahan.
You are allowed to talk.
Time for the legal.
What pick do you want, Steiny?
Oh, and he asked if we got the first, who would you take? Nobody answered him.
Well, that's the other thing. This is what I mean about you guys. You think it's real. You actually do think it's real. I go, Goo, if you get the number 1 pick, who you take? And he goes, I'm not telling you. What do you mean it's such a goof?
What do you mean we think it's real?
Like his golf game is as real as his fantasy, Willard.
Really? You're not going to tell me who you'd pick number 1 if you got the first pick? Because why? What do you think?
I'm in GM mode, Steiny.
That's what I mean. Like, no, you're not. You're not a GM. You're not a GM.
He's playing a game.
Yes, sir.
He doesn't know that, Mark.
No, yes, he does.
He doesn't.
He's trying to win your money, Steiny.
Talk to him.
Win Steiny's money. That should be a TV show. Thank you.
Why?
Ben Stein's money.
Nobody thinks we're actually going to go tear our own ACLs, but we are playing a game, and we are trying to beat each other.
Again, you made the championship.
And there is a strategy.
You don't think it's a game. You actually think this has some semblance of reality.
Don't you get it?
It does.
There's pride,
It does
money.
not.
We're actually doing it tonight.
We're putting the team together.
We're not having a dream.
We'll see.
He's a game time decision.
Well, he already paid, so
yeah.
When I texted you after the Thursday night game of the championship week,
oh boy,
and I congratulated you on your victory.
Oh, jeez.
This is why he's bitter. He choked.
Did you take that as like face value?
No.
How did you take it?
I took it like I haven't won the week yet.
Right.
Which I did.
It looked good.
But like, did you take it as I was actually congratulating you or that I was poking at the situation?
Probably poking.
Okay.
Probably poking.
Yeah, like it's just, That's what we're doing here. It's just for fun, but it's not real.
No,
like we're actually going to have a fantasy football league. You're not dreaming right now.
The guy thinks he's Parag Marathe.
Well, for his team, he is. He's actually Parag John.
It's the best part about playing this.
He's in control of the whole thing.
He went 0 for 6 last year on making the playoffs in his fantasy leagues.
No, Dave. Now that hurt.
No, I heard you say I missed the playoffs.
Oh, no,
I thought you meant in every league.
No.
That'd be hard to do.
Yeah. Now that hurt because I'm like,
how many did you make?
I was in 6 leagues. I made 3. I was playing 3.
Okay.
No chips.
Did you win any money?
No.
Okay.
But you didn't ask. I went back to back and won the NorCal Brawlers out of East Oakland.
Yeah.
And I got a ring I wear.
Yeah.
So got the money
I heard
and
you
the
lost the ring. No.
Yeah, I did lose it.
That's okay.
Steiny said plastic. You said metal.
What makes
you don't
him
know what it is.
happy? And
Kyle Shanahan getting to the podium.
That's right. He's bitter
I got the Zell from Lucas last year. It was as real as a heart attack.
That's all I'm saying.
No.
Steiny's not sure if he got paid.
Kyle Shanahan at the podium on 95.7.
Wow.
The game.
Never seen you move that fast.